And a very good morning. We're around the 10th of March. Well, you can see we're waking up to a beautiful morning. It's about 7:30. I think we're into the second week of March now. And spring is slowly creeping in. You can see how low the water has gone. Well, literally there is no water. The snow has blown in and that's about it. I think I've ploughed the driveway twice this year with a skid steer. Perhaps it's only once, I can't remember. Water is at another record low. We've been pushing what little bit of snow we've ploughed into the pond so that literally every drop is saved. You gotta be careful what you wish for in this neighborhood. It can go from very, very dry to endless rain. You know, coming from Europe to North America and now experiencing North American vehicles for over 30 years, I've come to the conclusion there is nothing better made than a North American car or truck. And yet so many people idolize things like this Range Rover, that would be their supreme achievement, to own a Range Rover. And they are absolute junk. Terrible, terrible things. The repairs, it is endless. The electronics, the failures there, software issues. I fail to understand why anybody would ever idolize such a vehicle. Terrible things. Nope. I'll take my Cadillac and Ford and Dodge and whatever else any day. Hey Moe, you having some ice, my love? Oh, I am dead. Ooh. What's that? What's that, Dad? Moe just standing in the sun, having a nibble on the ice. We had the farrier come out the other day, Leia, and she trimmed his feet up, and he is a different horse altogether. She is an extremely gifted farrier. Moe is basically a genetic disorder, which in his front legs, you could say it's like arthritis, but it is a genetic issue. That his front legs, structurally, they're not the way they should be. So whenever Abian has tried to ride him to any degree, he flounders on his front legs and he just can't do it. So we've got him on a little bit of medication at the moment to reduce inflammation, but certainly Leia did an outstanding job on his feet, and he really is a different animal and very, very comfortable again on his toes. Aren't you, my love? Yeah. Yeah. Gonna have a little snooze in the sunshine. Life is good for an old horse. We got our chores done this morning and we are heading down to Innisfail today to check on Abby Ann's sheep. So as they say, we'll saddle the horses and we'll get on the road. Well, here we are. We've driven down to Innisfail. There's the sheep out in the field. I've actually checked everything over and done the chores, and I clean forgot to video anything. So I thought, well, we'll just grab the camera and take you through. Everything is melting, obviously. It's about +6 here today. Just go down through the little barn. So they've been looking after themselves pretty well. The water trough here, we've put some snow in there, and of course it is plugged in and heated, so that will fill the water level back up again. So Abby Ann, my daughter, has 12 sheep here, and these are Icelandic, somewhat of a rare breed. But for the Alberta climate, they are perfectly suited. So she's feeding them in a small round bale feeder here. She put a bale in last week before she left to go back to England, and they have been working their way down through it. You can see that the panels actually slide. So as the sheep eat the hay, they actually push the panels inwards, and of course they eat the top first and then they have to work to get the bottom out. So I just pulled some hay down here today just to keep them going, and they are obviously doing very well because of the amount of hay they've pulled out here on the ground. So even if I didn't show up for 3 or 4 days, I'm sure they would be just fine. Hey girls, they all seem to be doing well. They're all bright, alert, no signs of stress. This one's breathing a little heavy, but it is warming up, and they have got a tremendous coat on their back. They are of course heavily in lamb as well, and that's not far away. I think by the time Abby Ann comes home at the weekend, we could be through to bare ground. The snow will all be gone. So they'll go back to munching. And this one in the front here, you can see facing us, she's chewing her cud already. So her belly's full. A dozen happy sheeps. So we are going to head back home. It's another 2.5 hour drive to get back up to the 12. But it's worth it just to come down and have peace of mind that everything is okay. Abby Ann is away for another week actually. She will be back a week today. There we are. Still plenty of hay in here and straw ready for lambing. Just a nice little barn, and she has oats in here. We brought these barrels down from the 12, and we have there's still a little bit of oats left in there. Wondering if I should maybe take these barrels home as they get emptied, but these, oh yeah, she's using this barrel. And as they lamb and they need a bit more energy for milk, the oats will come in to play even more. My goodness, it's a beautiful day today. The noise from the highway out there is quite pronounced. So she has these panels with snow fence on it, but also she has an electric fence, an electric wire here, just to deter any would-be breakout artists, or anyone going in there as well, like a coyote or a dog. And on the subject of dogs, here's one, Juno. He's had a good run around. He's pooped out now, ready for a sleep on the way home. Okay, little buddy, shall we get on the road? Oh, yes, Dad. Okay. So there we are. I'm going to come down again probably on Tuesday or Wednesday. Today is Sunday. Just check on them again. And there is another caretaker looking in as well. So they're certainly not short of attention. Okay, let's get on the road. Bye bye, sheepses.